Greetings, listeners, and welcome to the exciting conclusion of a special one-shot presentation by the Wednesday night crew called the Sunrise Limited, brought to you by the RPG system 321 Action. This exciting venture has taken place a long time ago in a unique spaghetti western setting with a supernatural twist. We took on the roles of Old West-themed characters that were asked to provide additional security to find the gold on the train. And shockingly, all we found is violence, supernatural creatures, and a shady sheriff. So let's pick up back where we left off and see how this story ends.
All right, welcome back. We're playing 321 Action is the name of the game. The Sunrise Limited is the name of the module. This is now week 3. We are probably going to wrap up this evening. As you're all aware, you were hired on as from Sheriff Bertram, because he's also the local crime lord. You're hired on to steal the gold from Lord Ruthven in the back of this train. You were going to make out in the heist with all the bad guys, all the other people coming. And boy howdy, were there a lot of other people looking to get on this train. There was crazy religious guys with chains. There were a crazy Japanese ladies attacking you. There was crazy people with silver swords. There was this rival gang and their insect man. But, you defeated them all. And now you're in the back of the cart. You saw Sheriff Bertram. He was over there picking the lock saying, "Hey, good to see you. I got this lock open. We got the gold," right? Tosses you the bag, but inside the bag, is it gold? No, there was no gold in there. It was just dirt. What's dirt doing in there? And before we get and answer those questions, a tall, slender man emerged from the black smoke that appeared and totally ripped out Sheriff Bertram's throat, leaving him to bleed. And he's dead. Bertram is dead. This aristocratic, we're going to say vampire, because you guys, we're not idiots here. We all know what a vampire is, right? And, he's there and he says, "Good evening." And then the doors behind you latch with a resounding click, but not before Jesus Flores reappears, sneaking in, saying, "Hey, oh."
Hey, oh.
So yes, it's dark in here, except for like this. You can see the white of his teeth, maybe the white of his eye, his gleaming white eyes, like a cat's eyes. And here we go. We're ready. What you guys gonna do?
So does one of us have the bag of dirt?
There was a bag tossed at your feet.
Got it.
You never opened your bag. It was the sheriff opened his bag and found dirt in his bag, and you assume it's your bag is also full of dirt.
Got it.
Well, I reckon we got one car left. You can hear the engine chugging along. Can't be that far till we've all found what we need, and then we'll just can decide on who takes that home.
Oh, I'm afraid you will never see the outside world again, my friend.
I mean, you're a vampire. You don't need gold. Give us the gold and we'll let you go.
There is no gold, you fools. I want your blood.
We've been played, is what he's saying.
Well,
Mr. Vampire, my unit fought a whole warren of vampires with Special Agent Blade in the Badlands. And truth be told, he did most of the fighting. But we know that you have weakness. And that is probably silver and or a stake through the heart and or a decapitation, which is my specialty. So maybe you ought to, just climb back into your coffin and we'll be on our way.
All right, cool. That was good. fun, you guys. Let's head out.
I'm not
agree-
expecting him to say yes.
He agrees to those terms, and we all move on.
Okay.
Did you have that? Were you
And-
ready?
Well, we
tonight,
had
Bill?
fun.
And
Thanks.
session 3 done.
And
You-
scene.
Yeah.
You know that nobody ever tries to reason with the vampire. And at this point, he just turns into a cloud of mist, and he passes right through you, Joe. I would like you to make a cool check, adding 2 to your roll.
+2. Okay. Hey, that was a 4, and my cool check is 6.
All
Hey,
right.
none of your shenanigans. We fought a whole warren of you guys.
You hold your breath, but and he passes through. You feel a chill like of the grave over him, but nothing else happens to you. But it is so dark in here, and like the mist dissipates further into the darkness. So now you have no idea where this vampire is. What do you guys want to do?
I want to get to one of the doors and try to open it.
Okay. You just got in and you're like, nope.
I'm noping out.
right to hell out of there. All right. What's everybody else going to do for me?
Jesus is the only one who could come back from the dead, not vampires.
We'll just see about that, Jesus.
Father nods his head when you say that. Jesus. It's like, and does the thing that I don't know, but does that thing.
This is the baggage car, right? So
It is the baggage car, and you might
how
have.
close to morning do we think we are?
I don't know. Why don't you give me?
We've been fighting most of the night.
Why don't you give me a
or-
brains check?
I'm going to fail that one. 6 against an 8.
You know, you still have. It's closing in on dawn, but it's not. Not for at least a half hour to an hour away.
That's plenty of time for a total party kill.
Plenty of time for a total party kill. You may never see the dawn.
I was thinking that maybe if we opened up one of those the baggage doors on the side of the thing, then whenever the sun came up, he'd be at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
But no point in that. Bonesaw comes out. That's my role.
So you pull out the bone saw. How about everybody else?
But you said we can't see him, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Quinn readies
It
her
is very
shotgun.
dark. Yes.
Yeah. Just waiting for a glimpse. If she could just get a glimpse of him.
Are there any lamps in here?
There might be, but it's dark.
Can't see him.
There was a lamp that Bertram had that he kind of dropped when he got maimed. So you know that where Bertram was, there was a lamp.
Leslie, knowing his way around, that been on many trains before. He's up towards the engine, and it gets kind of, the windows get caked with soot here. So Leslie kind of cracks open a window and grabs a big handful of soot into his handkerchief.
This is a baggage car. There's no windows on this thing. Yeah.
Give me some liberties.
Also, we're at the far end of the train. The engine is-
I keep
you're
forgetting
on the
we're-
opposite side. Yeah. You're moving from the engine backwards, basically.
Yeah.
All right, if nobody else is going to do it, I'll move towards where I thought I saw Sheriff Bertram fall.
Yeah, Hung's we're in a baggage car. He's gonna pick up a suitcase in one hand and kind of just chuck it towards the front part of this cart to see if he hits anything in the dark and see what's going on.
All right. And then anybody else got any other plans?
So, I I take my crucifix that's hanging around my neck. I take it off and I wrap the beads around my wrist, and then hold it out in front of me like this, and just kind of go back and forth, and I just say I can't remember the voice I used last time, so it's gonna be different this time. And
Continuity thrown out the window.
Yeah, I know, right? And I say say creature of darkness, show yourself.
All right, Jonathan, Hong, you're throwing a suitcase, correct?
Yeah, he's throwing a suitcase.
All right, you toss it, and you hear it thud against more stuff. The clanging, one of these suits of armor. You hear it clang off one of these suits of armor that are you noticed before the lights turned off. Leslie, what were you going to do? Because I took away your suit option.
Yeah. So, if he can't see any dust or anything, then he's just going to try to break off a piece of the door trim. And
there's a bag of dirt probably at your feet.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so he scoops up a good amount of the dirt into his handkerchief.
Yeah, you cut it open. You pull up the dirt. Hey, Jesus, those doors are they are tight. There's something about that you cannot open them at all. You literally just came through here that there's no way they should be locked, and yet. And Joe, you took out your bone saw and you're, I assume, moving towards where you thought he was. Quinn, you've got your gun ready, and is this point from above you, Quinn, you are grabbed. As
no.
Lord Ruthven grabs you because he's on the ceiling, and he as you're close, you see his feet are on the ceiling, and he grabs you, and he just takes a big old bite out of you.
Oof.
You are going to take 5 luck points of damage.
Youch!
And then he tosses you. He bites you and then tosses you aside, laughing hysterically. And you're going to take another 3 luck points of damage and take a guts penalty as you're lost in the middle of this, all this stuff. And all right, we're at the next turn now. It's still dark as hell in here and everything's going on. But what's going on? You heard Quinn scream and get thrown.
I'm feeling around for the lamp that Sheriff dropped.
All right. Why don't you give me let's call it a cool check. That seems like a cool thing.
1.
Boom! You got your hand on it, and not only that, but it's kind of the light is still kind of there. So once you hold it up, you're able to get more light in there.
Then I'll use the rest of my action to adjust the wick, and that's it.
Well, while that is happening, tell me what everybody else is going to do.
I would like to shoot from the ground. So from her landing, she shoots at where he was on the ceiling.
And because you're Quinn, you get no penalty on that because that's just how cool you are. How about everybody else?
So we can now see him?
Yeah, you could see
light.
Yeah, you see in the flickering light his face, hanging from there.
I reach into my portable last rites kit, and I take out my bottle of holy water, and I open it up and I try to throw it at his face.
Anyone else?
I'm going to try to
Go ahead.
I'm going to try to grab him with my bullwhip.
How high up is he on the ceiling? Is it within a hammer reach, or is it more of a very high up there I'll have to throw something?
No, I think it's more of it's within hammer reach.
Well, that tells you all I need to know.
Fair enough. All right. So yeah, and Leslie, what are you up to?
Leslie pulls out 3 of his silver playing cards and flings them up at the eerie face. And he says, "Ain't he up?"
All right, after the crashing around, Quinn just opens fire with the guns, knowing even before the light is turned, knowing exactly where this vampire is. Make your damages, Quinn.
All right, I got a 4 and a 3.
Very good. He hisses at you at this point, and you see the hissing because at this point Joe turns on the light, shines it in his face. You see the hissing, and that's enough for Leslie to throw his cards.
Okay, so he throws 3 cards. We've got
a 9,
a 9, a 7, and a queen.
All right, what is your
right.
what?
9, 7, and queen is a 5. Queen's the 8, and 7 is a 3. I did that math wrong. Okay. And each card does -2. So 8 minus 2 is 6.
Okay.
5 minus 2 is 3. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So
very good. Father, you toss the holy water where you think it is. Go ahead and roll me a d10.
I got a 1.
You see kind of like he's able to like put his cape over it, and like it just bounces off his thing as he hisses specifically at you, Father. And Jesus with the whip.
So I rolled a 9, and then my Vaquero's Vengeance is damage -5. I ensnare him with my whip, so 9 minus 5 is 4, correct? And you're muted, Chris.
Apologies. He gets wrapped up in the whip as Hong goes in with a hammer.
I got him held down for you, Hong.
Hong's going in, double hammer. First one, it's a 6 on the dice. Where did it go? So 6 minus 3, 3 points of damage with hammer swing 1, and then with hammer swing number 2, we're not rolling d20s. That's a different game. 5 minus 3, 2 points of damage.
Very good, very good.
5 in total.
I believe. Oh no, that's everybody because Joe did the lit him up
the light trick.
That's right, and so like he is wrapped up, and he's like struggles, and he as he turns into mist and he flows through you, Jesus, with his mist. Make me a cool check, +2 to your roll.
All right, so I rolled 8 + 2 is 10. My cool is 4. That's not good.
All right, well, your cool now is going to be lowered again to 3. And this is what happens. As the mist burns your lungs, your consciousness folds inward, plunging you into a deep slumber. A jolt of hot white light awakens you, and the scent of cigarettes and urine greets you in a waiting room, confined in the itchy embrace of a straitjacket. The black and white checkerboard pattern on the floor shifts from squares to pentagons and back again, and everything moves deliberately, accompanied by low, off-key moans. Looking out the window, you see yourself trapped in the waiting room, watching yourself grow old. You can't recall how long you've been there, but the night never comes. The sound of fingernails scraping concrete reaches your ears, and bloody red scratches appear when you look at the walls. And at that, you find yourself back in the real world. But at this time, you are out for a turn, and so that is you're out for the turn. So you cannot do anything this time. As Lord Ruthven laughs, and then he reappears on the other side of the train. And now it's back to you guys. What's everybody doing? Besides Quinn, who's probably shooting.
I have no ranged attack, so I will move in closer and try to use my bone saw on Lord Ruthven.
Makes sense.
Leslie
about-
says, "Well, I got the hot hands. I'm gonna keep dealing."
All right.
I want to try. The father's his one set of footprints move, which is the sneak attack stealth move.
Okay, I think you have to make an action check, right?
Yep, that is true. So it's under the number, right?
Correct.
So then when I rolled so lower is better, right?
Lower is better, yes.
But in the instance of me throwing the holy water at him, it was not better getting a 1?
It's lower is better for
Rolls against like your stats.
for doing the thing, yes, but it's
Okay.
damage. It's the one thing that kind of is off about it, where it's like
Understood. Because I'm not
Yeah.
technically rolling to hit the guy.
right. You're
So,
always hitting
understood.
the guy. It's just
Got it. No, say no more. Say no more. Oh shit, sweet. I got 1 + 2, so I got a 3. Action is 6. So I
All right. You
I
will get
passed.
you will get your sneak attack for what you're doing.
okay. Perfect.
So we got Joe. We got Father. Quinn, you're shooting, correct?
Quinn, she's gonna stand up
Okay.
and then shoot. Yeah. Yep.
Fair enough. All right. Hey, Zeus, you're still struggling with the Leslie, you're shooting, and Jonathan, Hong Da, what is Hong Da doing?
If it seems like he'd be able to move back to where Lord Ruthven is, he'll run back there. If it doesn't look like he'll be able to make it, he'd rather try to grab a suitcase, or if there's a piece of one of the armors laying around, he'd like to pick that up and throw it. But if he can make it there, he's just going to make it there and swing a hammer.
All right, we'll do that. So Quinn, make with your shootings.
Pew pew. That's a 2 and a 7.
All right. I'm assuming these are this is the final. So yeah, you shoot him and he gets back, as Joe comes up with a bone saw at him.
I rolled 2 5s, so with a -2, that would sum up to 6.
Very good. At this point, Leslie's cards come flying through the air right above Joe.
Yep. Leslie throws 3 cards.
Got a
We've
5,
got-
6, and a jack.
Okay. 5 won't hit. It goes wide. The 6 won't hit. It goes wide. He really aims that third card. It's the jack. And that will do 5 points of silvery card damage as
Ooh.
these silver edged cards rip into the vampire.
And he goes to start making a move, not realizing that there is Father Gall right there. He snuck behind him.
Yeah, man. So I take my walking stick and I pull it. I pull off the handle and bust out my concealed blade. And I jab him in the throat, knowing it won't likely obviously kill him, right? Because of what he is, but trying to just sort of make things a little more difficult for him.
Absolutely. So give me the damages.
All right. Let's see. So that is okay. So I rolled the D10 for damage with whatever the modifier is.
Right. Looks
Got
like it's
it.
-4.
Yeah, that's 0.
Excuse me.
I rolled a 4, so that's 0.
Well, because you did your special, we'll call it an 8, right? Because we're
Sure.
doubling the damage, and then
Okay.
so you're doing 4 damage, is what it boils down to. That's how we'll play it. Because I am a kind GM.
You're
welcome.
a kind game runner.
Yes, that's right.
That killed him
Thank
last
you.
week.
Thank you, Almighty
Yeah,
Game Runner.
especially
Yes,
since I killed you last week.
that's fair. But I mean,
And,
it's I don't mind my characters dying in one shot. So I'm not as attached to them. It's fine.
That's absolutely correct. At this point, Hong Da comes up with his hammer to make with the hammering.
All right, hammer swings 1 and 2. Here we go. 1, that's a 2 -3. That's nothing on the first swing, but he'll give it a second go here. Try to do a little wallop. And 7 -3, 4 points of damage with the second hammer.
All right. at this point, he turns to you, Father. It's like, oh, a sneaky man of God, but your blood tastes the best.
I still have my crucifix in the other hand, by the way, just trying to make it as in front of him as possible. See if that's even doing anything at all.
He is going then to. He's going to smack your hand away with fisticuffs.
Okay. It's gonna have to be. I'm just saying. I did wrap it around my wrist, and then I'm holding it in my hand. So.
All right. So we'll do it this way. He's gonna make a. Here's how I'll do it. If he passes his cool check, I think then, and maybe I'll give him a little minuses. He's got to do like an extreme cool check.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 versus his 6, so he is able to. He is able to like knock your hand away. He says,
"Oh, damn!
Your belief is weak, and you're gonna take, 9 damages as he punches you." Punches your arm away. Oh, that was rude. Then he's gonna slap you again. This time for one point. It's just it's more like a it's not even a physical thing. It's more like an embarrassment. Like he's toying with you like a cat, and then he's gonna go.
Just give me an hour as a living character. Okay, that's all I ask. Just an hour.
No promises. And then he's gonna take a bite out of you.
Out of me?
He's out of you. He says your blood tastes the best, Father.
Bless it, God.
And
bless
it's
it.
gonna be six LPs.
Jeez, dude.
And
my 60-year-old body is just all of a sudden went from like having some spunk to just being like, oh.
And he's like, oh, it's so good. And you see some of his scars, healing up again, like the damages that you've done as he drinks Father's blood.
You're looking a bit drained there, Father.
Yes, and
no kidding. No kidding.
All right, and at that point, let's it's back to you guys.
Does that suit of armor that we saw have any like swords or weapons? My bullet doesn't seem to be doing the job.
There are axes on it. Yes.
I want to grab an axe and just sort of swing it at him then, if I can do both.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
And hope it's got some silver in it or something.
How about everybody else?
Either that or have Father Gall bless my bullet to give it shillelagh it. But
Father Gall's crucifix haven't done shit though.
But he's not a true believer like I am.
Fair enough.
Yeah. He's a Jewish vampire.
I'm not a true believer.
Obviously not. The vampire just took your ass
I'm 60
down.
fucking years old. What do you expect me to do? I've got a cane with a knife stuck in it and a crucifix. I have no other weapons or nothing.
Believe in your God, man. Believe in your God.
All right, Jesus, you need to get off my back.
Hey,
you just believe in Jesus,
you're on
right?
my back when there's only one set of footsteps.
You were you were thought dead last week. All right, so I don't even want to hear it.
All right, so Jesus is grabbing an axe. What's everybody else's plan?
Joe is. I'm assuming getting your blood drained is pretty debilitating. So I'm going to do one medicine check on the good father, and the other with my dominant hand. Try to slice open the vampire. In fact, I'm trying to Bugs Bunny him and like have like the blood spill out of his guts.
Nice. Quinn is gonna pop off a couple more shots.
What does the father get from a medicine check anyway?
5 hit luck points.
But not until we run all the actions, right?
Well, that was just how it worked last time. I don't know if it specifically says that.
Gotcha. So I still have my crucifix in my hand. He just
Yeah, that's
he
fine,
just
yeah.
knocked my hand. He just knocked my hand away, right?
Yeah, he just like slapped you around.
Yeah. So I'm running. I'm like I'm rushing back up to this guy, and I'm just gonna. I've got it in my like. I've got it like just in my hand, the palm of my hand, and I'm gonna basically just put my hand to his forehead. Um, and just say, it is not my faith that is weak, potentially just my body, and I push my hand to his head with the
I like it. I
crucifix
like it.
in
Yep.
my hand.
Leslie, Hong, what are our actions?
Leslie's gonna deal him up one more time. He's gonna say, and if somebody's in front of me, he's gonna say, "Better duck."
Could it just be me, the one that just put his hand to his face?
Well, that's exactly why I said it.
I'm nearby. I will duck also.
Hung's not gonna duck all that much. Actually, he's gonna just he's gonna try to sweep the legs with his hammer here, with the attacks here.
Very good. All right,
Sweep
then.
the leg, Johnny.
Jesus, you grab the axe and for whatever reason it gets stuck, and we'll come back to you there and make your shots.
All right, first one goes wide, but the second is a 5.
All right, Leslie, throw your
Okay.
I see an ace, a king. Is that a joker?
That is a joker. That's an apt time. So that's the ace would have been 8 damage from a silver card. The king would have been 7 damage. However, I'll let you decide what that third joker card, how that comes into play.
Oh shit. Well, I think one of those goes through. All right, you're able to get the first card, but the second card, like, you grab it too quick, and you're gonna take one luck point as it slices your own fingers. You're still getting used to these razor sharp, cards that you've never had before. So yeah, you get yourself a point of damage. Joe, you
sweet molasses, these are sharp.
Joe, you patch up Father Gall. Father, you get your luck points back. And at this point, Father, I want you to go ahead and roll for fisticuffs, but do not take any of the normal minus. Just go ahead and roll a d10. That's you, Father Gall. Bill. Roll the fisticuffs damage as you punch him with this crucifix.
Ooh, and no minus, you said?
No, taking the minus off because of the crucifix there.
Okay, I got a 7.
Boom. All right. He screams in pain. And at this point, an explosion rips through the roof, creating a gaping hole. And you see, and then that Maasai warrior you recall from before, he descends into the scene. Hey, get down, you fools. The words swirl in your mind before something whizzes over your head and lands with the sound of shattering glass at Ruthven's feet. There's a stinking smell like burning flesh, and a cloud of white steam envelops Ruthven before he disappears into the dark overhead in a cloud of black smoke. And then the Maasai says, "Inferno water, a little trick from my friend Brother Diego." In the doorway stands the Maasai warrior you encountered earlier. He keeps an eye on the swirling smoke that is Ruthven overhead as he introduces himself, but you only hear the words in your mind. "I am Okoth. The Night Sanctuary believed you were thralls of Lord Ruthven. It appears we must now put aside our hard feelings for each other and destroy this blight together. Alone we will all fail." And then a laugh resounds from the mist. "Okoth, I remember you. The scared boy. I remember squashing your friend. You've collected some pathetic allies along the way. Meanwhile, I've collected myself a legion. Then the room illuminates with a purple haze that dances and weaves its way through the car, eventually seeping into the suits of the medieval armor. And a pair of demonic red eyes materializes right in front of your face, Jesus, springing to life as it becomes suffused with purple haze.
Dios mío.
Indeed. And now it is everybody else's. It's top of the order again, and you look up at the ceiling where Lord Ruthven is, and man, is dude looking younger than before? Like he looks like he's ready to party some more, as if all that you've done before to him is now reset. Tell me what you're going to do.
So I'm assuming that I'm holding the axe and the demon guys got it at the same time as I do.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to I don't know, flip them over my back, like do one of those rolly things where you flip them over.
I love it. We'll get to that.
Leslie takes out his pocket watch off his neatly print vest, all pinned up and glinting with silver down the chain, rips the chain off and tosses it to Joe. And Joe says, "This should land a good shot."
Describe again that chain.
It's a silver chain.
All right.
Yeah, that looked like it would easily fit down the barrel of a shotgun from a pocket watch.
Reminding of me, of course, that I did take that shotgun last week. I will do as he instructs and take one action to load the shotgun with the chain. And the other one, I will put it in the belly of Lord Ruthven and try to hit him. My attack last round did not land. It was 0 hit points. So I hope to do better this time.
Well, thank you for reminding me that I forgot about you.
It didn't matter because I rolled a 2 with a -2 and okay. This time, shotgun, the belly, can't miss.
And Quinn would like to add her bullets as well to that belly of the vampire.
Hong, Father, what are you guys up to?
Yeah, Hong, there were, how many suits of armor were there again? Was it just the two? One's already engaged
with Jesus, right?
Yeah, Hong Dao's going after the other one, and if this first one hits, he's going to try to use his special ability on.
Nice. And then, Father, what are you up to?
I'm gonna take, because I mean, I haven't lost my crucifix yet, right?
Correct.
Right. So I'm gonna take the one end of it, and I'm gonna try to poke him in the eye with it. I'm gonna ramp it up a bit.
All right, let's do that. Let's go forward. Jesus, make me an action check as you try to flip this guy around.
So I rolled a 3 and my action is 6.
All right, so you just kind of grab it, just let your whole weight go down as you flip him over your head. Roll me a d10, give me a fisticuffs, and I think whatever your fisticuffs is, you can have the minus.
I don't see fisticuffs.
It's at the top of your sheet, so it looks like Jesus has a -5.
Yeah.
So we'll call it a -2 for you.
I rolled a 10.
Boom! All right, so you hear this the suit of armor shatter against the side of the wall as you flip it over, and you have this nice big axe in your hand now too.
Nice.
Which is a double-headed hand axe. It's glowing purple. It's sharp on both sides. It's so light you feel like you could toss it even. Go ahead and it's a damage -2 on that. So when you make an attack.
Yep.
And it will return to your hand when you toss it, because that is just a cool thing that we do. And so that's that. Hong, we'll go with these suits of armor. So we'll go with your attacks next.
All right, so
as one gets tossed to the side, you turn and smash the other with your hammer.
Try to, anyways. We'll see. So that is a 5 to hit. 5 minus 3, so it's 2 damage. And because this first one hit, he's going to try a special ability on it. So he rolls. Where's that? I have to roll a brawn check. I rolled a 6 plus 3 is 9. That's not above my brawn, so no, nothing's going to happen with that one.
So yeah, you like clang into him, and it just kind of, it's impassively stands there as it just, the first hit reverberates through it. But that's that. Quinn, make your shots. You were shooting at Lord Ruthven, correct?
Yes. Exactly. Oh man, miss and a miss. Oof.
Not good. It goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. They were so bad it kicked our game runner off of the call.
We got to quickly conspire against him.
Oh, he's back. He's coming back.
Apologies, I got disconnected. I heard 2 misses from Quinn.
Correct.
And that is so yeah, that like he dodges out of the way of these 2 shots, laughing hysterically, only to get Joe with a shotgun right in his belly. Make the shot, Joe.
Okay, that would be 6 damage. What is the minus on it?
Well, we're not going to give you a minus because you loaded it up with silver.
That's 6 damage.
We said this was point blank, right?
Right in the belly, yes.
Because like the shotgun, we decided was, or at least it looks like there was special rulings with that. He does get a guts penalty. He doesn't take any, there's no minus to the damage. But he can immediately perform. You can immediately perform.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you can immediately perform
opportunity attack.
Basically, yes. However, because this is a special shotgun, you've eliminated any of his special attacks that he might have had. So he immediately does 6 points of damage to you as he like just slaps you across the face for blasting him in the stomach. But I mean, you can't do a special ability, which whatever kind of limits what I can do. We did Hong, we did Jesus, right? Leslie, throw your cards, right?
No, I was taking off the pocket watch and loading it with giving him the silver chain.
Gotcha. All right,
Yeah.
then Father, let's get Father Gall's action up in here.
Yeah, so I'm basically I take, I was like that before, right? Hand on the face, and then I take my crucifix and I try to poke him in his eye with it. You're muted.
2 fisticuffs and no minuses.
2? Nice.
Yeah, because you always get 2 attacks per round because you're right there.
I got a 9 and a 10.
His flesh starts sizzling and he's quite angry. And unless I'm mistaken, that's everybody's turn, right?
I think so.
Yes.
The first suit of armor is going to stand up and is going to try to grab Jesus. Make me a brawn check of +2 as it grabs you, Jesus.
So +2 is a 4 on the dice, and my brawn is 6.
So yeah, like you are, like he tries to grab you and just slam you into the wall, but you're able to like slip out of his hands before he's able to smash you in, dodging out of the way. The second one is going to attack Hong Dao because you're right there. He's going to slash you with his axe. You're going to take 1 luck point of damage, my friend.
Oof.
And then Ruthven is going to try his cool check to attack Father again. This is a fail, so he just kind of hisses away from you, Father, because he feels like you're just getting more confident just with your like your belief is back, your faith is stronger. And so he's going to turn away from you, and then he's going to make 2 attacks on Joe, who's right there. Right? And that's 7 and 4. So 11 altogether on Joe. As he just slaps you
Still
around.
up.
Yay!
Back to the top of the order, there are still these 2 suits of armor that have been kind of rattled, as it were. And then Ruthven is still up there. So tell me what you all are going to do.
I think I want to throw my axe at Ruthven.
All right. How about Quinn? How about Leslie?
We're gonna try to shoot better this time.
Be more better.
Exactly.
I am going to do a medicine check on myself. I am going to reload the shotgun. I imagine this thing is like a mare's leg, sawed off at the barrels and the butt.
Works for me.
Anyway, flick that thing open and put in some more shells.
Love it. That gives me Leslie. What are you up to?
Leslie's gonna look up the ceiling and says, "Oh boy, I'm trying to think of card things.
Better fold them."
Yeah, it might be time to fold. Gonna throw out 3 cards.
Hong and then Father Gull. What do we got?
Yeah, Hung's running back his thing. He's gonna try to do a hammer swing, and if it hits, he'll do the special, and if not, he'll just give it a second swing.
All right, and then Father, what are you up to?
So he turned away from me, right?
Correct. He hissed in your face, and he focused on Joe, despite
Okay, great.
staring daggers at you, knowing he wants to kill you.
Yeah. So I mean, if he turned away from me, then I'm just gonna come. I want to try to do another 1 set of footprints sneak attack.
Fair enough. All right. Why don't you give me that roll? We'll start off with your sneaky roll. See if you do that.
That's a fail because I got a 9. My action is 6.
So despite turning around, turning away from you, he's still staring at you. So you're not able to. You try to duck out of it into his blind spot. It doesn't happen. Hong, we're gonna go ahead and have you knock your guy.
All right, Hong's gonna try to knock his guy here. 6 minus 3 is 3, so that's 3 damage. And because it did damage, he's going to try the special here once more. Oh, that's a 10 on the dice. I want a lower one here.
Again,
so nope, I do not pass the bronze check.
This suit of armor is just resolutely standing there as you just hammer into him, and it's almost like you know that it would work, but the way the suit is, it's not like a person, so there's some supernatural clinging him to the floor, and he just stands there. It just stands there, as it were. Hey, Zeus. Well, let's go with Quinn. Quinn's. We always like to go with the bullets fast. So shoot your shot. You're muted.
6 and 3.
Good. All right. Joe, shoving that more silver in there to get your shot off.
I imagine that loading the shotgun would take 1 action, and the other action I spent on myself.
Oh, that's right, because you gave yourself a little healing. Correct. Jesus, throw your axe then. This axe is flying in.
Oh, nice. 10 minus 2 is 8.
That is very nice. Good job. As the axe slices into him, and then it's like boomerangs back right into your hand, like Thor with in the movies. It looks really cool, like it. And then Leslie, what were you up to? And it's your turn.
Leslie flings up 3 cards. That's 3. What we got there?
We got 8, 7. A 6, and a 7. 6, 7, 8.
The 6 will miss.
You got a little straight
This-
going there.
The 7 will do 1 damage, and the 8 will do 2 damage. Silvery damage. That's silvery edged playing cards.
Very good, very good. All right, so we'll start with the suits of armor. The one, despite missing you last time, he's still going to try to grab you, Sean, Jesus. He's right there, so make a brawn check +2.
Ooh, a 4 again, and my brawn is 6.
All right, again, you're like a slippery little dude. You slip right out of his hands, and that's that. Hong, this one is going to attack you with his axe. That's a miss, and it's going to take 7 damage on the second one as he comes back with his second axe attack on you, Hong.
Okay, 7.
Yep. And then Lord Ruthven. He doesn't like Father Gall. And I know that Bill just disappeared.
I'm here.
However, he does not pass his cool check. So he is still unable to attack you. But he is then going to just grab Joe and sink his teeth into him.
No.
Doing only 2 points of damage to you as he drains a little blood from you, sucking it up, but he doesn't have enough time to really get a good drink like you would love. And he's still upset about Father right there. But it is now everybody's turn again. Top of it, what are you going to do?
I'm just gonna keep trying to sneak around him and like try to get one in on him so I can, because they seem to do better damage if I can connect on a sneak attack. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
I've got this weapon, and even though there's this armor is right in front of me, I love throwing this axe at the vampire, so I will continue to do so.
Okay.
I will once again use my last medicine check to physician heal thyself because I'm in pretty bad shape. And then I'm going to shoot the shotgun for perhaps the last time.
All right.
Quinn wants to shoot even better.
Even better. Even better.
Listen, Hong's convinced this thing's going to work, so he's revving it back once more. He really wants it.
It's got to work at some point, right? And then Leslie, what's Leslie's?
Leslie draws out 3 more cards.
All right, Father, go ahead and give me your check there to see if you can do the sneaky shit.
So I got a +2. I got a 5, and my action is 6.
Very good. You're able to sneak behind him. You'll do
Sweet.
your thing. Quinn, make your shot.
Making the shot. 6 and 3.
Okay. You shoot him. He blasts back. Father, go ahead and make your roll.
Yeah. So I keep using my if you would allow it, I'd like to have the crucifix in one hand and then my cane knife in the other, and just kind of do a double jab.
Yeah.
On either side of them. So then the knife would be 2, and then the crucifix is 4.
All right. At this point, he falls to his knees. Hong, we're gonna do your thing with the armor though, because I know you want to do it.
Oh, he so wants to do it.
I know you want to do it.
Okay, that's an 8 minus 3, so that's 5 damage, and he's gonna try the special one more time.
One more time.
Oh, he rolled a 2 on the dice. 2 plus 3 is 5, which is under the brawn,
Yes!
which means it's a success, which means that this thing will get hurled 5 feet backwards.
So you hurl it backwards, and it just so coincidentally. So like as this is all happening at the same time, like the guns are shooting, Father's with the punching with the thing. So like you punch, Father punches him. He goes down, falls down on his knees, like, oh. This is when you hit the hammer, you knock him back into the other set of armor, and they both just shatter down into pieces. right? The life within the suits of armor extinguishes, causing them to clatter lifelessly to the floor. Transforming into mist, Ruthven begins to waft through the hole in the roof, but not before an axe from one of the suits of armor rises telekinetically into the air and strikes Okoth, that Maasai warrior, is severing his hand and sticking to the side of the train. A sinister cackle sounds in the night. Blood pours from Okoth's arms, and he immediately wraps it up with his shukra. Without his lips moving, a voice echoes in your mind. Follow him to the roof. We have him cornered. Dawn is almost here. It is up to you to end his reign of terror. When the time is right, finish him with these. And then he drops a pair of wooden stakes and he drops his bow from his shoulder onto the ground. Cha-ching, cha-ching. All right, we're going to stop the scene there as Ruthven is up on the roof now, and you have to make your way up there. Everybody gets +1 for surviving. Hong will give you +2 for succeeding with your thing. You get 2 more luck points for that. Bill, I liked your actions. You can get +5 for being,
Nice.
the best loner, one-liner, having a good action sequence. Sean, you can get +2 for doing your flip. I like that. Joe, you were there. You get +2. Why not? And there you go. He's up on the roof. You're in this, and as you are in this, this cart, the light, the moonlight shines down onto some of this stuff in the cart. It shines down on a gun, right? It shines down on what looks like a shillelagh, right? And it shines down on a whip. And of course, there is the bow that was dropped, and there's also the couple of stakes that were dropped. So, what would you guys like to do?
Father wants to grab a steak, at least one.
I would recommend he also grabs the shillelagh.
Okay.
Hong is gonna reach down. He's gonna grab the gun, and then he's gonna turn to Quinn and be like, "I think
You're
there's
gonna
probably
see just
some
a
bullets in here.
look of
I think there's
fury
some
on her
bullets in
face.
here for
Oh.
you."
Okay. Thanks.
I don't.
I
think
could
that-
have checked
She
that
looks-
myself.
He's like, Quinn's pissed. He's like, no, wait, really? These are for you. I got these for you.
Just grab him like, what? Okay. All right.
Okay.
If there are any steaks left over, I will grab one.
You can totally grab a steak.
Leslie will reach down and grab the bullwhip and hopefully another chunk of wood.
All right. I'm going to tell you that it might be better for Jesus to have a whip because he's proficient in the whip.
Oh, so this seems like it suit maybe your arms a little more.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Us southern gentlemen don't carry,
So this gun, Quinn, is a special gun.
All right.
It has been modified. So instead of doing the 2 bullets, you can do 3 bullets per turn.
Wow.
So you get a third shot in there, and that's going to be a damage -4 on that. But you get that third thing, and each time you hit, you do a guts penalty to somebody. So
Somebody.
to whoever you hit with it.
Oh, okay.
You do, yeah. Which this is a vampire,
Makes
right?
sense. Yep.
Father Gull, when you strike the creature of an evil nature, the vampire, that becomes panic-stricken and shaken to its core by its righteous strike. So it does -3 on the damage, but any attacks made against you would be at -1. So you would take less damage from it.
With the shillelagh?
Shillelagh, yes.
Okay.
Sean, the chain whip. When you are surrounded on all sides, you can unleash a flurry of strikes using your chain whip in a whirlwind attack, damaging all nearby foes. The main target will take a damage -4 and 2 guts penalties, and everyone else will take 3 loss LPs. And supernatural creatures will be set ablaze. And it does a -3 damage mostly. And of course, stakes are stakes. They go through people's vampires' hearts, and there's that. As you guys lock and load for the next round for the big boss fight, am I right? Or do you guys?
Yes.
You guys
Yep.
have
I would like to take my regular bullwhip and whip it using my passive ability in like Flynn to grab onto one of the roof struts and swing up through the hole and onto the roof
love
with
it.
the axe.
Nice.
Yeah, with the chain ready to go. The chain whip in my other hand.
How about everybody else?
Gonna stack boxes and climb up there
Yeah.
without. You know.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving boxes.
That's totally cool.
That was quite dramatic. It was quite I hope he ain't dead already.
Let him have a round or two before we get up there, right? All right,
Yeah.
you follow Ruthven to the roof, where the moon hangs high in the sky. At the far end of the rumbling train car, Ruthven levitates 10 feet above everyone, a smug grin on his face. The moonlight is my ally, you foolish mortals, he declares, a note of triumph in his voice. The night is my domain. And as he laughs, a dense cloud of bats materializes, swirling around him, obscuring your view. With a gesture, he directs a cyclone of bats to you with an alarming speed. At this point, everybody make a action check, +2.
Uh-oh.
With +2, that's a 10. So there's
Ooh,
no way I pass.
I got 12.
I got 12.
Me
Oof.
too.
Oof.
Wow, we did so
Eh.
good.
I think I got an 8.
8.
Wow, we all did bad.
So did anybody pass?
I don't think
No.
so.
So yeah, all right.
TPK
Everybody-
the bats.
Everybody takes a gut penalty as these bats just like go through you, chomping at you. We're gonna roll the damage. You're all gonna take 2 points of damage. And go ahead and well, so you made the action check. You guys all you all fall off the train one way or the other. Everybody make a brawn check for me.
Yikes, I rolled a 10 again.
I
Is
got
there
a
a
1
penalty
that
on the
time.
brawn, or is that just straight?
I rolled a 7, still failed.
I rolled a 4, so that passes.
If it's straight, I rolled a 6. My bronze 7, I pass.
All right. So if you passed, you're able to do something this round. You hang on, but you're able to swing up back onto the top. Everybody else are you grab onto the side of the train car, and you're just pulling yourself up. It's taking you time. So, tell me what the people who passed. What are you guys gonna do as you've fallen off this train as all these bats have flown at you?
I managed to grab onto the brake wheel as I fell off and climbed back up. However, I turned it like a quarter turn, just a slight bit of drag that's heating up the wheels on the baggage car.
How about everybody else who's passed? Anybody?
3 passed, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, if it's under your brawn check, right?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I had that wrong. I did not pass.
Oh well. Anybody pass? Anyone?
Quinn passed, so she flings herself back onto the roof and tries out her new shiny gun.
I imagine you do a superhero fall as you land back, and then you just turn them bang, 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 bang.
Yes, exactly.
Make those rolls.
All right, so that's a -4. So, oh no. Well, wait. I rolled a 5, so 5 minus 4, that's
This is
1.
1, yeah.
And then the rest were less than 5, so
So he just kind of laughs it off as you totally miss. Anybody else make it up there, was that it?
Well, what was
Yeah,
the number
no.
to pass?
You had to get under your brawn to
Oh
pull
yeah,
yourself
I
up.
failed.
Yeah, like everybody fell off kind of, and Quinn was the only one who's able to pull herself back, or is that
No,
right?
Joe
Hong
also got back.
Okay, so Joe got back and Hong got back. What are you guys up to?
I guess I'm going to shoot at the center of the bats where I presume Lord Ruthven is.
Absolutely.
And since it takes an action to reload, that was my action.
All right.
Hong's gonna do a flourish with his hammer as he runs towards like under where he thinks the bats are, to be ready for if he falls out of the sky here back onto the train. If there are bats around, I'd like to try to like hit him during this flourish.
There are bats all around.
Oh, then yeah, I guess as he flourishes, he'll attack the bats here.
All right.
All right. That's 4 damage to the bats with the first part of the flourish, and with the second part, it's no damage. It just looks cool.
Very good. At this point, he is going to turn into mist and fly through Quinn. Make a cool check, +2.
So quick question before then. There was
Sure.
something about when you had 3 guts penalties, right?
Oh, everything gets dropped by 1. All
Okay.
your stats get dropped by 1. Yep.
Okay, all right, cool.
If you get a 4th one, you'll be dead.
3 guts penalties?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
How did that happen?
They just accumulated.
Reasons.
Wait, hold on. They're cumulative?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Then that's
Not
all right.
losses, but guts penalty.
Oh wait, I already died once,
Right.
so this is a new person. Never mind.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm great.
All right, so even without the penalty, I wouldn't have gotten it.
So you
Yep.
you go into this hallucination and basically like we'll say with her, she's got your twin brother, and it's you see your twin brother died. And for those who know the story of Quincy Morris, is a character from the Dracula book, and Quintella Morris is, in this game, the twin sister. So you see your brother dying in battle with a vampire, and you're so frozen with fear that you will share the same fate as your twin brother, who also died from vampire, that unfortunately you can't do anything for the next round, and that's
right.
what happens to you. And it also ties in your backstory.
Fair enough. Very
All right.
dramatic. Yes.
Everybody else, you guys pulled yourself up. What are y'all gonna do?
By the way, the shotgun missed. I rolled a 1.
I love it.
So
The vampire is mist right now, correct?
Well, like he turned into mist, flowed through Quinn, and then kind of reformed behind her.
Okay. I would like to use my chain on the vampire and any bats that may be around.
You can do one or the other. So you tell me what you want to do. Like you can do the vampire and or the bats.
Yes, the vampire and the bats.
I guess I'm sorry, I meant or the bats, not and or. Just
didn't the whirlwind
I thought
attack?
the chain whip had this whirly thing where it does damage.
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So
I
the
got
main,
you. No, you're right.
The main.
You're doing
person,
the thing where you're spinning with the whipping. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And the clavin.
Glaven. All right.
Let-
Hong, Leslie, Father, what are you all up to?
Leslie,
As Quinn turns white in the face from all this, or
sometimes a bluff pays off, and Quinn kind of just, or I'm sorry, Leslie just kind of slinks down his vest, and puts his back to a bunch of the bats, and reaches down, grabs his full handkerchief of dry dirt, and is going to wait until the bats come right behind him, and he's going to whip all that dry dirt and dust at the bats to see if it can blind them or drive them away.
All right. Who do I miss? Hong, what are you doing? Father, what are you doing?
So Quinn's probably kind of incapacitated here.
She
He's going to
is.
run up to Quinn and take his last bottle of snake oil medicine and start forcing it down Quinn's throat here. That will either heal 5 LP or a guts penalty. Let's go with the guts penalty.
I'll take the. Yeah, that makes sense.
And maybe help knock you out of the stupor a little bit. You know.
Nice.
Father, what are you up to?
I feel like I should like kind of
Do something?
yeah. I'm gonna sneak up. I'm gonna sneak up on him again if I can.
Okay.
And I'm going to whack him with my shillelagh.
Whack him with the shillelagh. All right.
Yeah.
So
I
Joe,
will
what
also
do you-
move up and just use the bone saw. The shotgun takes too long to load.
all right. So Leslie takes the dirt, knocks it up. So there's just all this dirt in the air. I want Jesus to make your roll.
I rolled a 7, and I think it's -4 and 2 gut points lost for the main guy. And then
Correct.
so that would be 3, and then
So
minus
yeah, so like
any set ablaze.
so what happens is like the dust goes up in front of these bats, and like you whip it around, and like with like an extra burst of fire, it just burns away all of the bats. Like all like the dust and the flames, just those bats are gone. The bat nados are gone. You don't have to worry about them anymore. As it whips on Lord Ruthven, and he starts blazing a little bit too from this attack. Father,
Don't
you're
get hot under the collar there, vampire.
Hong, you're shoving the snake oil in Quinn's face. Father, make with your punching, or you're sneaking, right? You were sneaking, right?
Yeah, so the sneak attack first. Or the sneak first, that's a 4. So I passed.
So yeah, you come in like right above, right when the fire like burns bright. He like turns, and there you are to make with the
So-
shillelagh slapping.
What actually does a shillelagh look like?
It's just like a big club, basically. It's
Okay,
like
cool.
a
Yeah,
it's like a
so
long stick with a round end on it.
yeah. So I'm just Father's gonna say, see, I should have just made him like an older Southern drawl kind of guy versus like how in here it says he's from England, because I don't like, that's lame.
You should
I'd
just
rather
use
he
your
be-
foghorn leghorn voice again.
I totally right. So, yeah, so he just says he just kind of grumbles. He grumbles, no one should ever challenge my faith, as he swings the shillelagh down upon him. And that's gonna I rolled a 5 for damages.
Nice. You see, he visibly shakes at you, and despite his like his haughty nature and his arrogance, you see in him like he sees fear in you now, as if like this is the first time he's felt real pain since he's turned into this vampire. And speaking of pain, let's see what Joe has done.
Joe did a total of 8 points with his bone saw.
All right. Yeah, so like he's shook to the core. He cannot attack Father. But Joe is right there, and he is going to he's gonna look to bite you, Joe.
I'm gonna run and close up labs. I put my next couple of rolls in there.
Very
He's just
good.
gonna try to hammer swing him if it comes around to him.
So yeah, he does his bite on you, but there's something about like a shakiness. He just can't really get a good bite on you, as you're like you guys your bone saw like right in his teeth, that he's just trying to get at you, but he can't get at you. And you seem like, oh, you've got him on the ropes here, everybody. What are you going to do?
Snapping out of her stupor, Quinn shoves the bottle of snake oil away, and then she sits up and she tries to shoot at a vampire guy.
Love it, love it. Hong, we know, is hammering. Jesus, Father, Leslie, Joe, what are you all up to?
I love
I
the
am-
feel of this chain whip, and I will continue to use it. Whipping at the vampire.
Whip. All right.
I am going to do 2 attacks again. The first one being the regular -2 damage. The second one being a special ability. The first cut is the deepest. That is damage -5. However, if it inflicts damage equating to half of an enemy's remaining LP, they can sever one of the limbs.
All right. Father, what are you up to?
So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna do another sneak attack while I've, because with all this commotion going on, I'm just gonna try to bob and weave and find a different angle to hit him from where he's not expecting it.
Absolutely. And Leslie, what are you up to?
So Leslie's going to use his if you know when to hold them, know when to fold.
Nice.
Special ability, and grab 3 cards. I don't know. It talks about the guns, but my gun exploded, so I don't know if the cards are applicable at this point.
Let's do. I mean, it's the end game, man. Let's do it. If
Yeah.
if you fail, instead of it blowing up, we're gonna cut off your fingers. That's just
All right.
know that that's what's gonna happen to
Yeah.
like a gambler. That if you miss out, your fingers get chopped off because you're too excited.
Sweet lady luck be with me.
But let's hold off on that as Quinn makes her shots.
All right, a miss, and then 2.
All right. Well, I mean, it's some.
Something.
Father, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna hold Leslie till the very end, I think, because that's just like there's a lot
Sweet.
riding on that, right?
All right, so the sneak attack was a fail. But my question is, actually, the last sneak attack that was successful, I rolled a 5, but that would technically be double damage. I don't know if you wrote down 10 or 5.
I probably just wrote down 5, so I'll add the 5 again.
Okay, so I missed on my sneak attack. However, can I still get an attack?
You still get the attack. It's just gonna be regular damage.
Okay, so yeah,
We'll see.
it's Shillelagh again then, and I did one damage.
Well, it's only 1 damage, but like you feel this holy energy, and it's like you see the light, and at this point, like almost you see the light in the distance, like lightening up. It's almost as if time has moved faster to get the dawn here faster, and you know that God is on your side.
Yeah, and I take, just as to finish off my action, when I see the light, I then go back to my back pocket and start to grab the stake that's in my back pocket.
All right. Jesus, make with your whip chains as
I rolled a 6. I think it was -4 and 2 guts. And the flames burning the flames.
Well, that would have been with your when you're doing the whip when everybody's around you, the whirl attack.
Just a regular whip.
A regular whip attack was just -3, yeah.
Oh, so then it's a 3.
Although, yeah, so I did mark down the guts penalty, and yes, although he is still burning from like he's still ablaze, so he takes an extra damage from being unflamed, and like you see his cape starts going up in flames. Now we'll go with Joe with your bone saw attacks.
The first regular one is 5 damage. The second special attack ends up with 0 damage, so misses.
So yeah, you're not able to cut off any of his limbs. But Leslie, let's see if you cut off any of your limbs. Tell us about the knowing to hold them when knowing to fold them again.
Yeah. So he holds out his hand and says, "Maybe you're lucky tonight, my unholy friend. Call it high or low."
Ooh, that's a 9.
9. All right, so that's a 9. Pick high or low. If the roll matches their pick. If the roll matches their pick. Damn it.
However, because he's a vampire, we're gonna call it that it was the opposite. We'll be cool like that.
I was ready. I mean, he'll play this out. I believe dice are dice. I'm ready for it.
All right, man. Like you grab it and like
he goes to fling, and just he's too nervous, and his fingers just slip across
like,
those cards.
Oh, like he gets hit with like. Roll. Do you have a 6-sided? You have a 10-sided. Roll your 10-sided, and have whatever it is. 5. We're gonna
3.
have that, right? So like we'll call it. So the 3 finger, you're from your ring to your ring, your middle, and your pinky finger, just like get thrown, and they like bounce off of Lord Ruthven with this dagger that's just with this card that just kind of flops on him and just doesn't do anything, but and these 3 stains of fingers that just hit him with it. You hit him with it.
So as that happens, Leslie's like, "Oh, son of a goondog's blessed mother! That's my lucky ring!" Died himself. He's skittering forward.
And at this point, we'll take Hong's damages here, and he's on the ropes here. He really wants father's blood, and he is not. Well, actually, wait a minute. Did I? He is going to grab father. And he is going to bite you and try to throw you off the side of the road train. Ooh. So you, father, are going to take 5 points of damage from the bite.
Okay.
And then he is going to try to toss you over the side. I would love you to make a action or brawn. You choose, whichever is better for you.
That's going to be action. That's a 2.
So yeah, he tosses you to the side, and like you kind of slide off of the edge, but like you grab on, and like just as you're about like you slam the shillelagh down, and you just kind of drag yourself with the shillelagh, and you don't stop. And we're back at the top, and this like he's taken that blood, and he's enjoyed it, but he's still there.
Leslie, I'm out of bandages. Would you run back to the first class car and fetch some linen? And I will attack the Lord Ruthven.
Quinn's gonna take a deep breath and shut her eyes and try to do her special ability trick shot, hoping this is the last one.
Everybody else? Father, Jesus?
Whip it.
So
whip it good.
Sorry. So he is so we're all still in the train, but there's a hole up in the top of the train.
Well, you guys are kind of on the roof of the train, basically. Yeah.
Oh, so we're outside of the roof.
We stacked up all the boxes and climbed up.
Sweet. Okay, perfect. Then yeah, I'm just gonna try to one last time, man. I'm gonna try to just slither out of his view with a sneak attack, but this time I'm gonna sneak attack with the intention of staking him in the heart.
Ooh, yeah, yes. All right, and so let's do the shooting, Quinn.
All right. That's the one to get a 10 on.
Ooh.
No damage penalty, just 10.
All right. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Father, make your action.
I got a 5 and my action is 6.
All right, so he gets shot, and at this point, like he falls back onto his knee, and at this point, you're crossing over a deep ravine, over this wooden bridge over a deep ravine with a river surging below you. Ruthven, he collapses onto the roof, so weakened he can barely crawl. The children of the night cannot cross cleansing water, a voice echoes in your mind. Strike now! Use the stake to end him! And then Ruthven says, they call us aberrations because we're not made to live in their world, under their rules. He gazes upon you, his face etched with the lines of centuries. In a feeble whisper, he pleads with you. I would rather be cast to the winds than exist as they do. Follow me, and I can offer you wealth, immortality, and freedom. What is your choice? Do you continue with the stabbing, or do you take his offer?
Oh, I stab him. He must
Absolutely.
he must die. He is unholy.
So at this point, you plunge the stake into Ruthven's heart. You feel a supernatural chill radiating from his unholy corpse. His eyes flicker, and with his final breath, he utters, well, I think this is a misprint. He says, my Annabella, but it says he says, my Annabella. Following his gaze, you see the break of a vibrant orange dawn on the horizon. Its sublime geometry wavers with a gentle, life-giving haze of heat and warmth. Today, the world awakens a shade less dark, at least for now.
I'm going to stab him in the groin, a la Mel Brooks.
Hit him in the groin. Chugga, 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 chugga. As the Sunrise Limited lumbered into Gilroy, California, those who survived endured a night they would never forget. While the golden promise of upward mobility didn't manifest as anticipated, it revealed a different truth. Sheriff Bertram, your humble narrator, Sheriff Bertram, who somehow is speaking despite being dead, came to understand that mobility transcends numerous dimensions. It's not confined to wealth or societal standing. Sometimes mobility can even eclipse the natural world, elevating us to the realm of the supernatural. The end. You have mostly survived the Sunrise Limited.
Yay.
Beautiful.
I presume Annabella was the governess's charge that we were supposed to find.
Correct. I don't quite get that part because
she doesn't appear anywhere.
Yeah, and like Ruthven's backstory is that he fell in love with someone else. So like, I don't quite understand it, but you know.
Oh,
Okay.
could we do like that thing?
Not many things that you understand. What do you want to do, Father?
Could we do like that thing where you see at the end of some like shows where like they tell you what happens to all the characters like after the story's over?
If you guys have got something, make it happen.
So
let's start. Let's start. You can go first, Bill,
Okay.
since it's your idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I got one. So like after this all happens, Father just kind of he says his goodbyes to all of you, tells you where his parish resides if you ever want to come seek solace, and he returns to his church, and goes into his workroom, and you see him he pulls out this like a steamer trunk out from underneath the shelf, and he opens it up, and he puts inside of it the bloody stake that he managed to get back, right before the vampire was gone, and he puts it in his steamer chest, and you see like it's just like filled with like stakes and crucifixes and just like all this like previously used stuff, and he puts it away, and he closes it up, and then he just kind of puts his head down, reaches into his inside of his jacket, and pulls out a little flask, having not had a drink in many years, and takes a quick swig out of the flask, closes it up, and then leaves, walks out of the room, closes the door, and puts out the candle or the lamp or whatever that's in the room. And then you see at the bottom the vampire hunter will return, and Father Gordon, Vampire Hunter 3 or whatever, and then his is over.
Beautiful.
Yeah, sounds like you got yourself your next character.
Right.
Anyone else? knowing full well that despite not getting a bit of gold, Lord Ruthven had a lot of cash and money in there. So whatever monies you wanted,
Oh, that's good.
you would have been able to get.
We could split that because Joe promised to take Wakaya's body back to her people. And then the original plan was to go back home to Georgia and set up a shop for his underserved communities.
Hmm.
What about old
with
Two
that
Fingers
last failed,
Leslie?
yeah. With that last failed, you know when to hold them, you know when to fold them roll. That brought my guts to 8 gut penalties.
So how many?
Out of 8. So
Oh,
I do
no.
believe.
So you were.
So I do believe
Oh.
either there's 2 things: one I'm dead, or one I was doing it wrong the whole time because I somehow got to 8.
Yeah, you're probably doing it wrong. I think you wanted to do.
So, yeah. I think I was dead in the first fight. I should have been playing the father.
No,
before
I
Phil,
know that.
according to this.
I know that you were healed at least once. Everybody was, and the heal checks.
Oh yeah, I healed 2 of those. So I took 10. I healed 2 of them. So I took 10 gut penalties.
We're just gonna have to go to the recording. We'll find
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna have to go to the recording, exactly.
So that leads
Folks at
me
home,
to
listen to the thing.
what Leslie's.
You would have only taken 1 guts penalty from the fail, so you would have been good.
The medicine check that when I heal you, it heals 1 gut point.
Mm.
Oh, I took 2, crossed out 2, and then I have 8 more.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you would have been fine. We would have figured it out. It wouldn't have been.
What?
We wouldn't have killed
that
you.
last fingers can fly off. His lucky ring went rattling down the side of the train, and you all got off. A glint of light catches his eye, and he says, "Oh, it's right there, hanging over the edge." And he goes to grab it, and the train hits a bump, and he falls off. And he goes, "I should have known when to fold him," and he falls off the side of the smushed.
I love a tragedy.
Yeah. He also had like 2 loves left, so he was.
Lost Chad.
That's awesome.
How about Hong Da or Jesus or Quinn?
Hong is going to, with some share of the money, he is going to send his brother back to his parents. His brother's body, not his brother, but his brother's body back to his parents, and then he is going to open up a traditional medicine shop and sell actual snake oil to people in the Old West.
Nice.
I mean, you know the stuff that works, so you're good.
Right? It's good stuff.
Is it hard to hunt down those snakes?
No, we got some living under the place. You just grab them, you know.
Nice. Quinn feels like she has avenged her twin, managing to kill one of those terrible monsters. So the restless spirit that she had roaming from town to town kind of dies down. She takes that money, buys a little house, and lives out the rest of her days out west in a small town.
And Jesus takes his money and is able to buy back the land that the huckster stole from his grandparents. And then he realizes that the whip brings him more joy than farming does. And so he lets the rest of the family farm while he roams the West, solving problems with his whip as only he can.
And there has to be like a team up, like a team up, episode or like movie or something that's like Jesus and the Father or something where they go on an adventure together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We meet up with Kung Fu along the way as well. You're muted, Chris.
So the final scene, you got father. He's like in the confession booth, and he gets somebody walks in and says, "I have a confession to make, father. I've grown restless and I want to. My whip hungers for blood." And then father says, "It just so happens I know where more blood is to slake the thirst of your whip." And then they both pull out, and there's father running out with stakes in his hand and a shillelagh, and there's Jesus, and he whips it across the thing, and it splits open, and then the credits roll.
Oh man, I can hear the music.
Hell yeah.
That was so good.
There you go. Well, there you go. That was the Sunrise Limited. It was, from my understanding, you mentioned Castlevania before, and the idea was it was an old West Castlevania, so that's kind of
Nice.
Great.
with every train car being a boss fight. So it increased with. So it was a lot of fun. I think I enjoyed it. I enjoyed running it, so it was good times. I hope you had fun.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
yeah, it was great.
Little break away from the old D&D, and
Oh, for sure.
Well, the
Nice little
only, I don't want to piss on it too much, but the only problem we've had was, since we're so used to initiative order,
Hmm.
that in this game in particular, not so much in the Monster of the Week, but this one, everyone's silent when it's, what do you do? Because, is it my turn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think even the
That's exactly it.
first battle, I was kind of like, okay, we'll just do your act. I was like, no, that's not how it goes. We have to say all the actions, and then we put them
Then
together in a
resolve it.
story. Yeah,
Right.
so-
And then I'm
Yeah.
so used to following along with oh, okay, so this person just did that. So
right, yeah. So
Mhm.
it is kind of hard to kind of grasp
it's
that,
interesting.
everything happening at
Yeah.
once.
Messes it up because the DM gets to decide kind of the way things play out. So it was difficult, but I thought it added a really interesting flair.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was cool.
I
Yeah,
think
the setting was great. The train was great.
yeah.
Another campaign where I really could put my head in the space and feel like you're in that train car. So I enjoyed that environment.
Yeah, it wasn't rules heavy, and so it's just say what you do what you do.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to have maybe, because sometimes you have an idea of what you can do, and you almost get stuck with it, where it's it kind of be nice to have maybe a little more structure besides well, I have guns, I shoot, I have a whip, I whip, maybe have
Hammer.
a little more idea of what else can I do. But
Yeah.
I feel called
everything,
out.
you can do anything you want, but it is so I think that would have been something that you could adjust with it. But I think overall it's nice to kind of just things hit and they don't hit, and it's you just go from there, and you don't get bogged down, or think oh man. And we didn't really get into it, but you could also spend your luck points to succeed if you fail. But we never really got into that, and I think that's kind of an interesting way. So it's not
Leslie would surely have died had he done that.
right, but it's not like D&D. It's you wait for your turn. Yes, I'm gonna hit him with my thing. Oh, I missed. Never mind. Next,
Right.
and you just feel kind of okay, well, that was just a whole waste of time. I'm not gonna wait for my next turn. So it's kind of quicker like that, where you feel even if you miss, I think there's you can either choose to succeed, or you could say well, it's not too long till it happens again, which is kind of nice.
And the turns are quick, so you get a lot of turns. If it doesn't work out, whatever, you got another turn coming.
I think that's another thing. You don't get bogged down in that combat. It's just we're going again, we're going again, we're going again. It's get right on it. So
it's just about the story.
Fun, And so this 3-2-1 action system that this guy created, he also has kind of 80s action movie kind of things that you can do with it, so you can kind of put it anywhere, which is kind of interesting. But
I found a it's like an action movie RPG. I don't remember the name of it. I'll have to message you guys what it is over the weekend or something, because I just have my work computer. But It's like you actually play as an actor who's playing the character in the movie.
Cool.
And
Nice.
like, so I was thinking it would be sweet to do a one shot that was like what is it called, the movie with all the action stars that they put together all the time.
The Expendables.
The
Expendables.
Expendables, yeah. Like if you did a riff on the Expendables and everybody got to like either do serious or parodied versions of characters, like those kind of characters, in like this like a big action hero collab movie or something.
We're
I
just,
That'd
you're
be
just,
I
fun.
think that'd be funny.
you're just asking for bad Arnold
Yeah,
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger
yeah.
impressions.
Yeah,
And that's what
we'd all be picking our 80s
and
stereotypes.
that's what we're here for, is bad
Yeah.
bad accents, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's why
It's easier
Ice
to keep
Fleet
them
was fun.
consistent, so you wouldn't go from one episode to the other and you're like, well, what voice did I do? Like, I'm always Arnold, or I'm
You're
always
like, I'm Arnold.
Right.
I will do
Right.
it. Yeah, right. You
Yeah.
just know what
Yeah.
you're getting at. Yeah.
Exactly.
cool.
Mhm.
All right,
Well,
so back
thanks.
to
Yeah, thanks for
Windshire
playing.
next
That was
week?
good. Yeah.
You got it. Yep.
all right.
Awesome.
Have a good
Thanks,
one,
Chris. That was
everybody.
awesome.
All right.
See y'all
Thanks.
later. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the crazy conclusion of the Sunrise Limited, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. This was definitely a fun one-shot and a great game system that we all agree we would definitely play again. We'll come back to Eberron and Windshire University in the next episode. Thanks for listening, and as always, see you next week. Hey there, listeners! Would you like to support the Wednesday Night Crew as we go on adventures in Eberron, as well as play through other game systems as we have in the past, like Ice Fleet and Alien the role-playing game? If you're interested in supporting us, just go to patreon.com/Eberron Adventures, and then maybe you could be as cool as Jonathan and Andrew, our first two supporters. Once again, that's patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. Donate and get your name in the credits. I mean, that's kind of cool. Anyways, thanks for your support, and as always, we'll see you next week.